Dun,
Right,
dun,
I think we're
dun.
live. We'll give everybody time to join.
Doing my little share here. Oh, there we are. Share. Copy.
Drop a comment when you guys join so that we know that you're here.
While I share it on here.
Oh, there's Josh.
Hey!
Hi, Lori.
Let's see. This is the longest part. It's just like finding the links to put it on my Instagram. Like,
I know. Like, it should be so simple.
yeah, like just share it straight, but okay.
It's always complicated.
Always. Oh my. I should like put it somewhere.
Oh yeah, I have mine.
Like,
but yours is the better copy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you have the special one.
Which I had no idea until Josh.
Well, I like. What does yours look like on the inside? Because this is what mine looks like. Does yours look the same? I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So mine looks. I think it does.
Oh yeah. See, that's so cool. I love that.
Yes. And then, like, of course, like I think everything else is yours hardcover too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everything else I think is the same, except mine just has the sprayed edges.
Yeah.
That are blood red.
Yeah.
And then like the bloody handprint. Does yours have that one?
Mm-mm. Okay. Yeah, mine is just the VHS tape. There's like a little bit of blood on the corner.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
Yeah, and then there's some on the back there. Yeah. I had no idea when I bought that. I was like, yeah. I thought that they all looked like that. I was like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And then I learned that no, it's not.
And I love how it even has like a little tape. Summer 1999.
Oh, I don't even think I noticed that.
Super
Before we get started, if you have a Walmart near you, okay, there is this candle and it's called Starlit Skies, and people are saying it's like an Akatar candle, but it's not really. But it makes me think of Rezan, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy it.
I need to get that. It's from Walmart?
Yeah. And it's blood orange, jasmine, and sandalwood.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. I was on Facebook Reels or something, and the girl was like, go to Walmart and get this Akatar candle. I was like, okay. So I will.
Right. So you gotta tell me.
Oh my.
Well, welcome everybody. Let us know if you read the book. Did you not read the book? We were kind of showing our covers a little bit, but yeah, this was our pick. Home is Where the Bodies Are by Jeneva Rose. I can't remember. Have you read anything by that author before?
Nope.
No. Yeah, so it was first time for both of us. Yeah.
And I know she's like somewhat popular because she has that, what's the Perfect Marriage book?
Yeah.
So that was, and I know she's popular for that. And there's another one that came out, I think, last year. It was like You Shouldn't Have Come, or something around there.
It looks like a house on a lake, I think, on the cover or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, Lori read it. Cassandra did not.
Are you okay with spoils? Because
we're definitely going to go into spoilers. Oh my god.
Okay, she's okay with it. Good.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before this, like, how are we going to talk about, like, we're just going to have to talk about spoilers. Like, it's just inevitable. Yeah.
Oh. So, okay. I'm trying to think. I think, so I did the synopsis of the romance book. So I guess you can do the synopsis of this book.
Okay, that sounds good. So basically this one is a family thriller in a sense. So these three siblings have to come together to their childhood home again because their mother has recently passed. And you realize that the relationship between the siblings is not the typical sibling relationship. There's a lot of darkness that has happened in their past. Their father disappeared, what is it, like 7 years ago at this point, I believe. One of the sisters is a recovering addict. The other one has been divorced and is kind of like struggling in her relationship with her daughter. And then the youngest one, the son, he has been living out of state for years. I think even before the father went missing, yeah. He's been living in California. But they're all from this really small town, which I found this very interesting. I don't know if you read the acknowledgments in the back, but it's actually based on the author's actual
She's like, this place is real. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, like she even based it off like her childhood home and everything. Like I thought that was really interesting.
Is it Allen's Grove? Allen
something. I don't know if it's going to say on here. Yeah, it doesn't say it on the summary.
I could have sworn it's what it
was. I think it's Allen's Grove because they would just call it the Grove.
The Grove, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, Allen's Grove is a real place. Yep. In Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. But when they all go back to their childhood home and they're going through, their parents' belongings, doing all the cleaning, all that, they find this tape that shows their parents getting rid of a dead body. And it just kind of spirals from there. Oh my gosh. I had to take notes because my husband and I, Josh, he's here on this, so he can also give comments. I'm coming in staticky.
Which one of us? I guess it would be you. You were the one talking. I guess it would be you.
Oh. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Josh, it might be your computer.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we're both coming in stat. Okay, does anyone else?
Can everyone else hear us okay?
Yeah. That's weird.
Uh-oh.
Really?
I don't know how to fix that.
So weird. I don't either, but it, you sound fine to me.
Uh-oh.
That's weird. For me, it's both.
Uh-oh. You guys, I don't know what to do.
Now I need to go to here. Maybe I can hear it. Oh, there we are. I'm listening to us on here.
Have a comment when you guys join so we know that you're here.
Okay, it's a little.
I'll share it on here.
Okay, yeah, it's just like a little. I don't think it's to where it's like. I don't know if you.
I don't know if I can restart.
I'm listening to us.
This is such.
This is. Like put it somewhere. It sounds. Okay, yeah, it is just like a little bit of like static, but it's not like all the time.
Should we keep going?
I mean, okay. Well, we'll keep going, and if it gets too bad, just let us know. We'll just try to just restart, I guess.
Okay. So I have notes because
you always have notes. You're so professional.
Well, we were listening to it, and normally I'm someone that likes to annotate. So because I was listening to it, I was like, I'm going to forget everything. So I tried to just it's like, oh my God, this is not ideal.
Okay.
So I'm just going to kind of go through the notes that I took because I feel like they're mostly in order. And then we'll just go from there.
That's fine with me.
Okay, so it kind of starts off with Beth, which is the main sister who's been the caregiver. She's the one who stayed in the small town with the mom. So she's the one who's there when the mom passes. And she's the oldest sibling too. And her mom's dying words are basically telling her oh, your dad didn't disappear. And then she says, don't trust. And then she dies.
What? What a way to go.
What a way to go. That's the ultimate mic drop, honestly.
That was she was holding that in.
Yeah.
So many, she's like, no. I'm like, and that stuck with me the whole book. I'm like, don't trust who? don't trust who.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as we started meeting characters, I'm like, don't trust this person. Don't trust.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, that if that's the case, we're doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Clearly it's intentional, and it's,
Yes.
because of the book.
Yes, because it's all about a VHS tape, and what you guys didn't know was that it was just atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just doing it for the vibes.
Oh my gosh, that's
Hopefully
too funny.
it's not too bad. Oh well. Gotta love technology.
Yep. Okay, so do you have any like notes about? So what were your notes about Beth? Just kind of like
I was like immediately annoyed with her because
okay.
I hated that she was like keeping those words a secret from her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like, "Oh, but I don't know what it means." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't know what it means? Your dad didn't disappear." Like, what?
Right. However, if she would have said anything, I think the book would have gone a completely different way because of a character, and because if she would have said it, then yeah.
I guess.
I don't want to spoil anything yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like wait till we get to the spoilers. But I'm just thinking if she would have come out and be like, "Hey guys, this is what Mom said," then
yeah.
Well, never mind. I just kind of gave it away. But said character would have acted differently. I do believe
that is true. But in the moment, I was just like, because she said that multiple times, like, "Oh, but I can't tell them because I don't know what it means."
Yeah.
"Oh, I can't tell them because I don't know what it means." I'm like, you know what it means.
Yeah. Or she would just be like, "Well, they weren't here, and Mom said it to me." So
yeah, I just like she was being so selfish.
Well, I mean, to be fair, all three of them in their own way just have qualities where I was like, I'm not liking you too much right now.
Yeah.
But besides that, yeah, I feel like if my mom says something to me, and I have a younger sister, and if my younger sister was like, "Did she say anything?" I was like, "Oh nah, you weren't here, so I'm not going to tell you."
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, their sibling dynamic was so bizarre to me. Like, the author definitely took time to give them all ways that they were unlikable, which I thought was interesting.
Yep. Okay, so what's your next?
So my next note was my guess of who did it.
Oh,
and it was right.
That soon in? Wow. Okay. Oh yeah. Some of the worst. Some of the things that they said, like when they got upset at each other, like Beth and Nicole, those were some fighting words.
Yes. They like had a lot of resentment in that family. Like, it's crazy. And I'm an only child. So to me, I was like, is it really like that?
Not usually.
I'm like,
no,
it's not that bad.
Like, it's funny because when you have a sibling, I think you know where to push their buttons. So like you know what to say to like really dig deep.
That makes sense.
I haven't experienced my sister has, we've never experienced anything with like drug addiction or anything like that, but I feel like when someone's in recovery or like that, and then you're just throwing it back into their face, I mean, that's just like terrible to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were some fighting words.
Yeah, for sure.
So back to your guess. Okay, so how far into the book was your like first guess?
Well, the next note I have is from the scene where they like found out that their mom had a lawyer and like had like a will that like outlined like who was getting what, and then like all these other secrets came out. So it was before that scene.
Okay. So I guess should we just say who you just want to say who you thought it was? And we won't say if you were right. You can just give who you thought it was.
Yeah. So I was kind of influenced by another book I had read, which I'm not going to say right now because that could spoil it. But I was like, oh, like after they watch the tape, right, where the parents are hiding a dead body, I was like, okay, well, clearly these siblings have a lot of baggage.
Uh-huh.
So my brain was like, okay, it's got to be one of them. Okay, which one? So
Okay.
I noticed at that point too that we had only gotten the brother's point of view once. And the
Okay.
only time we got his point of view, he was basically like being super critical of everybody. And he
Oh,
just had
yeah.
like very narcissistic kind of like language. So I was like, and he's like, the one who left the town like a long time
Mhm.
ago. So I was like, this might add up, you
Mhm.
know? So
Yeah.
that was my theory, like pretty early on.
Okay. And that was the character I was telling you about that I hated the whole way through the book.
Really? Okay.
Yes, because just the way he was so condescending, like, "Oh, I got out.
Yeah.
I did this. They're just jealous of me because da 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 da."
Yeah.
And
Like
I
I'm
was like,
rich, so I don't know
yeah.
what it's like.
I'm like, "Dear Lord, buddy."
Yeah,
The
I'm like,
whole
dude, come on. And you know what was terrible? I listened to it on audio, and guess who narrated him?
Don't you tell me it was like Teddy or anybody nice. Teddy?
Teddy
Oh,
Hamilton.
Teddy. Yeah.
So now I listened to a sample yesterday of a Teddy Hamilton audiobook, and I start hearing his voice, and now I'm like cringing, and I'm like,
Oh,
no.
no. Okay, we're gonna have to like push that in the back of your head. Like, just forget about this book.
Yeah.
Forget about this book's audio.
I didn't notice it right away because you know how he has like another name that he'll narrate under sometimes?
Yeah.
Like Andrew something.
Oh
So
yeah.
that was the name for this audiobook. So I didn't know it was him, but as soon as he started talking, I could tell. I was like, wait a minute. So I looked it up, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Teddy Hamilton.
No. Now I know. I will not listen to this audio. Oh, I've already read the book, but now I know.
Yeah, don't listen to it. Like, it ruined his voice for me because now I'm going to associate Teddy Hamilton with this guy.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So I do not recommend.
Yeah. Okay. No. See, for thrillers, for me, I always feel like, to be fair, I've never listened to a thriller
Yeah.
audio. I always read them because I just feel like I need to see.
Yes.
Like with a thriller, like with a romance, it's different because like you can throw on an audiobook that's a romance and still be like doing other things. But
Yeah,
if you
you're not
miss
gonna miss
something,
anything.
yeah. But if you if you miss something in a thriller, I'm like, you may miss something big. So I'm like,
Yes.
eyes on the book. I need to see.
I agree. It's maybe early, but I think it was when the father. Oh, baby.
This so
Because he was like really good with
yes.
computers and
Yes.
like
He was
he
like doing all the
supposedly could track
coding.
it down.
And there was clues, like, I mean, in the book because like for his birthday, they got him like the computer, right?
True, yes. They like sent him to camp and stuff.
Yes. Which when we get to, we're pretty much saying who it is anyway. We're kind of like around the, but like I'm like, this all could have just been avoided if you just would have done what needed to be done and turned. But that's besides. We're not there yet. But yes,
yeah.
I feel like that was another clue. But to me, when I read that, I didn't think, oh, it was from the brother. From the whoever was the killer. I'm really trying not to. I'm really trying.
It's too hard, okay? It's too hard.
Yeah.
I feel like right now we're the epitome of those memes where it's like, oh, when we try to be like the mysterious girl and you just like can't do it.
No, could never be me.
Can't do it.
Oh, okay. Before I say anything else, what's your next note? I know we're real subtle. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I have the notes here. So when they get the letters and like they get the will read to them by the attorney, things like that. Well, the fact that Beth didn't even know the mom had an attorney. So then you find out that like Michael had been giving money to the mom this whole time. Like every month he had been putting like $2,000 in her account and she put it into like a charity account for the missing persons fund.
Oh yeah. That's another clue.
Yeah, I was like, why would she do that?
See, to me, I just was like, oh, she's doing that because of just the body. Like because of how distraught she was like after that happened. But like of course at the time we don't know why she's so distraught over it. But I mean, I guess if like my husband showed me a dead body as well, I'd be distraught no matter how the person died. But yeah, now knowing full circle of everything, so
Yeah. It does make sense because like at the time you thought it was because of the fact that their father went missing, and no one could ever find him, and he never came back after that. So I think at the time, I think you're led to believe that the mom was doing it as like kind of like a dig at him, like, oh, like since you didn't want to come around, this is like how your money's being used,
right?
Kind of thing. Like you weren't here when we had to deal with your father's disappearance or whatever,
right?
So honestly, like kudos to her for that. I thought that was like a good
Yeah.
move.
I mean,
for the mom, it was very clever.
Yes.
But yeah, so then I had to take notes about the timeline because I feel like I was getting a little confused with the timeline of like when things happened. Because the video they found was from 1999.
Yes.
But the dad didn't go missing until 2015.
Yes.
And then Michael had already left town before the dad went missing because he was like already in California. And apparently the mom had told him to like stay away and never come back.
Yes.
So yeah,
but he came back because his girlfriend had died.
Yeah.
He was very distraught.
Mm-hmm. And then never came back again.
But I'm just curious as to like, did she like die? Like, do we ever know for sure if she died or if she was like?
No.
Like
they never say what happened to the girlfriend.
Okay. So like that's why I wonder. I'm really trying not to spoil it at this point, but it's really hard. Really hard.
I know.
So yeah.
But, oh yeah, and guilt over the girl's disappearance. Yeah, because the girl that went missing was the dead body that the parents were trying to cover up, and they never like figured it out.
The other girl that went missing, that Christy Roberts.
Yes.
Later. Well, not later. Like a few months later, she went missing or something like that, and I mean, which ties into the body, but I mean, just in a way that I wasn't expecting. I was
that definitely got me.
Yeah. But so we'll get there. That was more at the end of the book where you find out about that. So we're not going to spoil anything.
I know. It's so hard not to spoil. Let's see. Then I have notes about like a year ago, Beth cut off Nicole. So Beth is the oldest sibling. Yes. Nicole is the younger sister who is a recovering addict. So a year ago, Beth like cut her off. And around the same time, Beth's daughter went over to Korea. So it's like a year ago, she basically like completely ostracized herself from everybody except her mom. So like for the past year, it was just like her and her dying mom, which like I can't even imagine.
No,
what that must be like.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because I mean, it has to been lonely, but at the same time, like you're watching a parent just slowly.
Yeah, like her. There were a lot of times where I was like mad at her, but then I would think about like everything she went through, and I was just like, like I can't be that mad at you.
Right. Well, like I said, they all have like the qualities. Speaking of parents, my mom brings me a note. She goes, "Can I say something?"
Yes.
What do you want to say?
I just want to say that just listening to you guys talk about the book.
Yeah.
And I'm not an avid reader. Makes me want to read this book.
Oh, you want to read it?
Well,
you don't want to. Don't listen no more. You're going to be spoiled.
We're going to spoil it. We're already so bad at keeping the secrets.
But it's funny. It's like, I want to read this book and I don't even read.
I know you don't. You are not a reader. No, my mom reads like a book a year, if that. Like,
well, maybe this could be the book of the year.
Yeah, this could be the book that you read this year.
What's it called?
Home is Where the Bodies Are.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
She's the cover and she's like, never mind.
Oh my gosh, the butler did it.
Yeah, it's always the butler.
It is. Oh my gosh. Well, that was nice. That was a nice little snippet of a talking about a parent dying and then they're fun. Oh my. Goodness gracious.
I'm
But
telling
yeah, so like
you.
I just don't think she had really like anybody, because she
Mhm.
didn't talk to her ex, and she could hardly ever get in contact with her daughter. It was
Yeah.
always, and even when she called like to like say, grandma passed away, her daughter's like, "What did you tell dad?" Like hoping that like she wouldn't have to come home, and like
Yeah. How
I was
sad
like,
is
gosh.
that?
I don't even think she came. No, she didn't come home at all. Like,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
No. Nope. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and then we get a little like romance side
We
plot.
do.
We do with her high school sweetheart.
Yes. Which happens to be the brother of the girl in the video that was dead.
Yep.
And to put it bluntly, I was like, dead.
Dead.
The body. She was the
She
body.
did. Which, like, that was crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine being Beth and, like, just literally, like, as soon as they watched the tape with that girl being the dead body of their parents are coming up, and then he shows up at their door.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, how do you face him after that?
I
Could
don't
you
know.
imagine?
I don't know how she did it.
She did it.
Because, like, us, we can't keep spoilers, so we would be
No.
right away. Like, hey, watch this tape right now.
Look at what we just watched.
Yeah. We can't keep it a secret, so.
Yeah. Yeah, like, she even, like, makes a date with him.
Yeah.
Like, for the next morning, like, oh, yeah, let's
go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk. It's a
Yeah.
date. I'm like, girl, you just watched his sister.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but for some reason, I feel like that author does this, like, in some of her books. Like,
Oh, really?
she throws some romance into it. Like, that last book that we were, like, with on the lake, that,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
it's called, You Shouldn't Have Come Here or something. It's, like, also has a romance in it. So
Ooh.
it was nice being, like, a romance reader to have a little bit of that. Like, I don't mind it when it's in a thriller. It didn't take away from the story. It kind of added a little bit to it, because I'm like, well, what's going to happen when he, when he finds out what but.
Yeah. He actually handled it a lot better than I thought he
Yeah,
would.
He did.
Like, if it was me, like, how could you even look at her? Like, that would be really hard. But he, like, it didn't even, like, really face him that much.
Not too much, because, like, by the end of the book, they're.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling. Don't want to spoil. I'm really trying. I'm like, we're going in order here.
We're not spoiling the plot twist, but they do kind of have a little of an HEA.
Yes, it does. Well, yeah, because it does have an HEA.
Yeah.
Nice little thing.
Yeah. So they end up making it work. I couldn't do it.
And her daughter comes back around, and she's like there at that, So I'm like, well, good. Finally, be a daughter.
Yeah.
About time.
So at least they had that going for them.
Yes.
Let's see. And actually, when his character gets introduced, I immediately start thinking, I think because it's a thriller, I'm like, oh, clearly this isn't going to end well. So, like, he must be a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
My brain also went there. So I put, did he kill her dad? ? Like, I really thought he killed her dad for, like, half the book.
Like, so did you assume, like, the dad was just dead? Like, he didn't well, duh, Katie, because she said he didn't disappear. Duh.
Yeah, I kind of figured someone killed him.
But, like, just because, I mean, for me, it was like, oh, so he could still be alive. He's just not here, Like, he didn't disappear. He just, like, maybe he ran off. Maybe he ran away. Maybe, he did it in hiding, but.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess it could have went that way.
Yeah. But she goes, I'm glad you guys are saving me from this book.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about, like, our ratings and stuff yet.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Like, you could tell by how we're talking about
like,
it.
It wasn't a terrible book.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a wow. Like,
yeah, most of it was very predictable.
Yeah. But I do think it was okay. So we did read A Flicker in the Dark last, so like.
Yes. There were a lot of similarities.
Yeah. So maybe if we hadn't, it would be I don't know. Maybe it would have been different.
I was questioning the same thing. I'm like, did we kind of do this to ourselves?
Like, I mean, for the most part, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not like it was like I thought it was well written and like, but I did find it a tad slow, just a
Yes.
tad slow.
Yes.
Like because like chapters went by and like we're not finding anything else. Like we're not finding out anything and I was like, but once it got going, I was like, okay, but that's really like I feel like it was farther into the book where it was like, okay, now we're getting like tidbits of this and then it's ending with like a reveal, you know. So, but it took some time to get there.
It did, yeah. Oh wait, I'm behind on comments. Sorry. How would you react? That too, yeah. Josh and I had this debate because we were like, okay, if I came to you and said like, hey, you have to help me bury this dead body, but I'm not going to tell you anything,
right?
Like, would you do it?
Well, you know, it is like for better or for worse. I'm pretty sure it's in the vows. So
it's hard, yeah, because normally like you would trust anything that they say, like, oh, you need me to do this, okay, done, no questions asked. But I said I think what makes it hard is that it was a child. That
she was like
makes it hard.
12.
Yeah,
and like and we got to see a little bit in the flashback of that, like the Groovin' in the Grove festival that they had, where she was like so excited that she won, you know, the race, and she had her little blue ribbon, and she's like, I'm gonna go win the egg toss now, and just like, oh, yeah,
like I just don't know. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, what did you guys come up with? Like, would you guys like the grave, ride or die, or would you be like,
ride or die? Like, even I think ultimately I was like, even if it was a kid, that first time I probably would have let it go, but I would have at least needed some information. Like, you can't just leave me completely in the dark. Like, I need to know some. But then later on, when she starts seeing like other behavior from him, and then the other girl goes missing, like, okay, then I would have to cut it off.
I'm trying to remember, how long did it take for her to find?
I think it's after maybe like the end of that year.
Was it like after the
or something? Because then
I'm trying to like, I was it after the Christy Roberts went missing?
Yes,
because like, I mean, her husband had
the other kind of side plot going on was they had this other neighbor that they like tried to pin it on.
Poor Charles.
I know.
Charles.
He's just trying to take care of his mom.
Yes. Watch his Garfield.
You watch his Garfield.
Oh my gosh, like, so I'll get there. But like, this is out of context. But I did when they finally like revealed why the grave said Garfield, I was like, oh my god. Like, I knew it was him. Like, at this point, I don't care. I'm spoiled, whatever.
It's fine.
Like, I knew who the third body was, but it didn't connect with me as to why they named him Garfield until they were talking. I was like, oh my god.
I know.
The cartoon.
Garfield.
He did not deserve that.
I know. It was so sad.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Lori really liked this one. Lori, did you read A Flicker in the Dark?
It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. I am still waiting for the thriller that just knocks my socks off, where I don't see the twist coming.
Exactly.
Where I'm blown away, and this one just wasn't it for me. But I still I enjoyed reading it.
Yeah, like I think it had really interesting characters. You know what I mean? Like there were definitely some positives to it. And again, this could be partially my fault because I listened to it on audio. But for some reason, when it was on audio, it was, and I don't know if it's because in my mind I was like, oh, we got to get through this audiobook on this trip. You know, we were like driving in the car somewhere. But she would talk about like, oh, cracking an egg. Oh, that makes me think of how everything starts from something broken.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then the next chapter starts with like someone dropped a loaf of bread. Like, oh, the lumps of the bread represent, it could just be bread. Like, it doesn't have to mean anything.
Right.
But I think that was just me being picky, because I was like listening to it like almost all in one sitting, because we were like in a long car ride listening to it. So I think that's why it got to me. I think if I read it, I probably wouldn't have even noticed.
True, because I don't think I really noticed. Like, I was just like, I mean, now that I do remember the egg thing with like being broken and then but I don't think I noticed the lump of the bread. I don't remember the lump of bread.
Yeah, there was just like random things, like random objects that they would like touch, or then they would like use it as like a metaphor for some like deep life thing. But again, that was my own fault, because I had to listen to it like almost all in one sitting. So I wouldn't recommend.
Was it long? How long was the audiobook?
Let me see. 8.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Lori tried a lot of similarities with Flicker in the Dark in this book, so I think that also kind of tainted our experience, I think, because it made it more predictable.
But maybe because she didn't enjoy that book, she liked this one more. But she didn't like the Ashley Munoz book.
Lori! But it was so good. Honestly, the
second one, it's fine.
Oh, man.
I'll get there.
When does the new book come out? Doesn't it come out like tomorrow?
Soon.
Sometime this week.
Soonish.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh. Those are fighting words.
I'm
you have to
you.
flip the page. You better be careful.
What's worse, a sibling or husband?
Well, I only have the siblings, so you'll have to let me know.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. That was mostly everything.
Okay, those were like all the notes.
Let me make sure. Talked about Charlie. And there's also the other side character of Nicole's like childhood friend who ended up being the deputy. I thought he was going to play
no. Here's the reports. Here you go.
Yep.
So I guess we can say who the killer.
Yeah, if it's not already obvious.
But it comes to find out. Mom, do you want me to, are you going to listen? Do you care if I'm spoiling it? Okay, she's like, off that guy, I don't care. It's fine. So come to find out that the killer was Michael, the brother. And we first it was, they were just playing. And
it was an accident.
It was an accident. She was pretending to be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic and was like, I'm the queen of the world. Which, by the way, all the 90s nostalgia in this book.
Yes.
Loved it.
Was really wholesome.
Yes. So we've got that. And he was going to run up to scare her. She kind of turned around, tripped, fell, hit her head, died.
That was it.
But what we don't know at this point is that actually that girl that goes missing later, Christy Roberts, was a very avid photographer and was taking photos. She just happened to be there. Like, was she okay? Was she the one at the beginning of the book in the flashback where like she came to the house, had no shoes on, and like the mom was like, Beth, go play with her. And Beth was like, tell her I'm not home. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She was kind of like the outcast. Like no one wanted to like be friends with her. She was like, they didn't really give us a lot of detail about what her home life was like. But it must have been pretty bad if she was that desperate to get out.
So she's got her little camera, and I mean, she must be taking shot for shot for shot for like just, And come to find out that he actually pushed her. She fell, and he went to like cover it up to like make it look like she had accident. And then she showed the dad the photos, and she was like, "You're gonna give me, was it $5,000? Or I'm gonna, take it to the police." So he does, and then she books it out of town, and she like is living her life somewhere else now, just living it up, with a new name and everything. So that's basically, well, no, there's more. I'm lying. There's more. The dad did not disappear. So when Michael came back in around 2015, because the girlfriend passed away, don't know how she passed away.
Yep, that's still a mystery.
Yes. His dad assumed that he had done something to her, and they got into an argument, and Michael ends up killing his father because he's like, it was self-defense. Dad was going to choke me. La, la, la. So dad did not disappear, and Don't Trust was about Michael, but we did not know that the whole book.
Yep.
And then we find with Beth the gravesite of 3 bodies.
3.
Yes. And we're like, well, wait a second. Where's the third? Well, poor old Charles, the neighbor, one night is at the bar, and the girl who died, Emma, was her name Emma? It was Emma, right?
That sounds right.
I think it was Emma. Her dad's at the bar with Beth's father. He sees him there. He starts trouble, ends up like beating him to death. And then, of course, Beth's dad has to take care of it. So he ends up burying him in like behind their house where there's like a field. And Beth ends up stumbling upon all 3 of the graves. And the grave markers are all like nicknames. So Emma had Butterfly. What was the dad? I can't remember. Goofy. And then Charles was Garfield because he loved the cartoon.
Yeah.
Sad. It was sad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so I kind of figured as the book was going, okay, Dad's probably not, as the book was like getting closer to end, I'm like, okay, he's probably not alive. Especially when they went to look at the house that the IP address was from, and I'm like, okay, he's probably not alive anymore.
Yeah.
So, and then when you find out that it was Michael, I can say it now because it's not a spoiler.
Yeah. We can be free.
Well, that took a lot, guys. I am terrible at secrets. You should see me at Christmas. It's bad.
Yeah.
My mom goes, oh, yeah. She knows. Because I'll buy a present, and I'm like, you should see what I got you. You want it now?
Yeah, I can never wait. I'm always like, here, just take it now.
Yeah. So that's this book, which kind of, like Paige says, reminded us of A Flicker in the Dark because of the killer. I won't say why it reminded us of Flicker in the Dark if you haven't read it.
There were a lot of similarities.
It's similar. So just, yeah.
Yeah. See? Oh my goodness.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just get excited.
There you go. So, what did you rate it?
If I'm rating it just on my own personal experience, it's definitely not a good rating.
Ooh.
Because
okay,
I was annoyed for like a good part of the book. So I feel like it would be like a 2.5 or a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to be fair, on Goodreads, this only has like a 3.87 rating, so it's not getting like tremendous reviews.
Oh yeah, and the lockbox thing.
Yeah.
She had the mood ring.
And
from Emma.
Yeah. Which another thing, didn't even think about this. But when Michael, so the mom left letters to each child. And when Nicole read her letter, I was like, oh my God.
That's right.
I was like, wow. maybe this mom is petty than I thought. And then you find out that that was Michael's letter that he had switched.
Yeah.
And I was like, now that makes so much more sense. Because I'm like, why would she say that to Nicole? Like,
Yeah.
just, and then we just never know what she wrote to Beth. We just don't know.
Oh, yeah.
She never gets to read hers. Yeah.
That sucks.
But, I mean, guess it is what it is. But I'm wondering if she kept those, like, because of feeling guilty. Not because it was, like... Because, when we hear of, like, serial killers keeping souvenirs, it's, like, part of their MO to do that. But for her, I think it was more of, like, this really just kind of, like, ruined her life. Because she had... she talks about, like, when it's her point of view of all the loss that she felt growing up because of her... I think it was her... Was it her parents and sister, or was it her sister and father? They were in, like, in a car crash.
Yeah, I think her sister and father.
So, like, she's dealt with loss, and this I just think really impacted her to where she didn't really know what to do. And she just kind of looked at everybody differently. Because, like, even when she's filming them at the birthday party, like, when they're watching the video, she's, like, zooming in and really studying them and really, so I think it just affected her a lot to... My cat is out here sneezing.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I think about the souvenirs, but
that makes sense. And I thought it was interesting that, like, when she finds out the truth as to why they had to hide the dead body, that it was actually, Michael or whatever, the way that the parents handled it after that, it's almost like they were, like, smothering him to try and keep
we're
him
going
from
to give you
killing.
everything. We're going to give you a computer. We're giving you, like, camps to go learn how to code. I'm like, you are not making this any better.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not the answer.
Yeah. So this is, that's why he could leave town. Like, he went and became like this big success. My cat, go away. Stop meowing. But, like, he became this big successful person because of, like, all the stuff that they did for him.
Yes.
And I'm like, she's literally just, she's got opinions.
She has thoughts. Okay.
She does have thoughts. She did not like this book either. She's on your side. But I was just like, all of this could have been avoided if you just would have, instead of, like, trying to cover up. And, like, I get it. He was, 12, 13? But at the same time, once you found out, like, it wasn't an accident, then maybe you should have done something.
Yeah, 100%.
She does have thoughts on the book. She does.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gave it. So you gave it 2.5, 3, right? Okay, so I gave it a 4.
Okay.
Because,
okay.
Like I said, it wasn't jaw dropping. I don't know when I'm going to find that jaw dropping book. We're going to find it eventually, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. I didn't really know who the killer was until getting close to the end, so I didn't think of it being Michael, like, the whole time.
Okay.
So, because I don't know why I'm not seeing the clues. You guys are, like, picking up, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm not seeing any of this.
Well, I think you knew subconsciously because that's why you hated his character so much. Like, you knew he was bad. Like,
yeah, when I got his first point of view, and he was like, oh, I'm coming back to this town, and small towns never change, they never evolve.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, she's laughing at me. But I'm like, sir, I hated him because of that. So maybe I'll just say it was subconsciously. I knew.
Yeah. You got the vibe from him. You were like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, the clues that everyone else apparently saw, it's fine. It's fine. I will get there eventually. One of these days, I'm going to be like, I thought I got the twist the first page. If that happens, I'll stop reading thrillers because this won't be fun anymore if I have,
I know. I feel like it does get harder the more thrillers you read.
It does. I feel like, I don't know.
I think we need to look for our next thriller, just be something, like, totally random.
Oh, like one we've never like heard of or anything?
Yeah, like not a super popular one, because I feel like the super popular ones are probably for people who have never read a thriller
True.
before, or like thrillers are like a new thing to them.
True.
We
Because
should
they
go with
tend
something like totally unhinged.
okay. We can do unhinged. I have no problem doing unhinged. We'll just
Yeah.
have to like read. I don't know how we're gonna research unhinged like thriller books.
Yeah.
Look up on YouTube like best plot twists in a.
Yeah. There's got to be something we could
Yeah.
find. If you guys know any, let us know. You can leave a
So
comment.
I'm curious to know what everyone else rated.
Yeah.
What, Mom?
I read Redeeming Love, not knowing what was in it, and I read it 4 times.
Oh, that's true. That's not a thriller though.
It's not.
That's a romance. We already have our romance picked out for next month. Oh, so yeah, I want to know what everyone.
Yeah, what did you guys rate it? I feel like I was too harsh. I know it was
No,
just a
I
new
don't think
thing.
so. Like that
I
was
thought it was
your
a bad book.
I mean, but that was like your experience with it. So
Yeah, I feel like I had to be
clearly,
honest.
no one rated the book at all. It's fine. It was that okay, a 4. Okay.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
See, that's what I said as well.
Yeah.
I want to look back here to make sure like the overall rating is still what I thought it was. Yeah, so it's a 3.87.
Okay. Yeah, that's still pretty decent.
So I mean, it sounds like everyone had the same kind of. Okay, so she's done. Oh, she's done a lot of books. The Perfect Marriage is one. She's done One of Us is Dead. She did The You Shouldn't Have Come Here, which looks like
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking
that.
of. So you said that one has a romance subplot?
I think it's like somewhat of a romance.
Oh.
Yeah, so it says she's an overworked New Yorker looking for a total escape from her busy life, books an Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of Wyoming. When she arrives, she's pleasantly surprised to find that the owner is a handsome man by the name of Calvin Wells. And then, of course,
Ooh.
you know, it's a thriller, so
Mm-hmm.
he did not like it.
We listened to it together, so
Oh, that's
you know.
So maybe thrillers just aren't. I know that he's more into like the horror books instead of the thrillers, and I guess if you're reading those types of books and then you switch to thrillers, and you're probably like, this is a snooze fest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's valid. Appreciate it was a short. It was it was a quick read, I think.
It was like what 240 something.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
It was
it's less than 200.
and the chapters weren't too long, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 246. I did a yeah.
That's not
I
bad.
do love myself some short books because I feel accomplished.
Yeah. It definitely helps with the TBR.
Yes. Plus it was like actually on my monthly TBR, so like she had DNF'd before starting.
Well, that's okay. We saved you the trouble.
Yeah, you know everything about the book now.
Yeah.
Except for like the ending, basically we didn't even talk about that. Beth.
Oh yeah, the happily ever after.
Yeah. Beth and her high school sweetheart get together, they get married, they end up adopting a little boy. Was it a boy? I think it was a boy.
Yes.
And then Nicole, she's, you know, in recovery, she's doing well, and she is now like the best-selling author of a book called Home is Where the Bodies Are.
How convenient.
Yes. Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, I feel like if I would have read it, and I think if I hadn't recently read a similar thriller, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah. Maybe we should like not do a thriller with killing in it or siblings.
Yeah. We gotta find something else.
An only child. The next one's going to be an only child.
Yes.
You know what will happen? It'll be like, I had no idea. I had a long lost brother.
I know.
He's a killer.
Surprise! You have an evil twin.
There you go. That would be our luck.
Yes, it would. I better look with the romance. Okay. Well, I guess we can use that to transition.
Except for the Ashley Munoz book, apparently, though.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Which I liked. I liked that book.
I thought that was good.
I mean, that's your, like, trope, too. Like, you love the second chance.
Yeah. Childhood friends to lovers.
Yeah, that was not, like...
Like...
Oh, and I saw on your Goodreads that you had read that Piper Rain book.
Yeah, it was super cute.
Okay, good. I know you didn't give it, like, I think you gave it, like, a 3 or a 4, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. It's just hard because, like, I read so many of those because it's my favorite trope.
Right.
So I feel like I had to start being picky because
are you going to read the second one?
Yes, I already have it on my Kindle.
Oh, good. See, I love the second one because it's like it's fake. It was a fake marriage, but
yeah,
it's with his older brother. That's the grump.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
I'm
so glad you liked it though. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So what are you reading now?
Cute. Now on my Kindle, I'm reading Tessa Bailey.
Oh, okay.
You know that one? It's like a little series she has. It's like 3 books, and they're all really short, and they're set around like lifeguards. So I thought like it'd be good for summer. So the first one's called Mouth to Mouth, and I can't remember what the other 2 are called. But yeah, it's really cute so far.
And they're like short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all in Kindle Unlimited. I think they're less than 300 pages.
Nice.
This first one is between like a bad boy, good girl kind of thing, and then I don't know if it's the second book or the third book is an MM, but I think it's around like 3 brothers who are all lifeguards in like Long Beach, California, and then they're also trying to like run this restaurant like to pay bills for their family.
Okay, so like summary, yeah. I am currently. I am so proud of myself. I'm going on with the
yay,
and I'm into Bloody Heart, so
ooh,
I'm just proud of myself for finally getting through because that Savage, when I read Savage Lover, Savage Lover just kind of stopped me for a while because I was just like, I can't with that. But so far, I'm liking this one. Okay, so next pick for next month.
Yes.
Let me get here on my Kindle.
I'm excited.
So I can't remember where I saw this. It was either Instagram or something. And I'm like, that sounds interesting. So let me get you my Kindle books. We are going to read. Just show me the cover. Oh, there's a lot of trigger warnings. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know. So it's called Sovereign. Like that. Okay. And it is by Rhea Morris Edwards. And I'll give you a little tidbit what it's about. Maybe. Where to go. Don't be like this. Oh. It changed. The cover changed on me that quick. Wait
I noticed that when I was looking it up earlier on Kindle Unlimited, it's a different cover.
Yeah, like, so there's that cover, and then there's also a dude.
Yeah, like, this is the one that I was seeing everywhere.
Yes, and then when I go to no, don't return it. Go away.
Yeah. Okay. And then Kindle, it's like this one, right? It's really tiny.
Yes, it's like a dude. It's just the dude. We don't need just the dude. It's fine. Okay. This is what it says here. Dear Lord, that's a lot. Okay. Set against the sweeping backdrop of northern Montana in winter, Sovereign is the perfect spicy love story for dark romance readers. Kira has never known affection from her husband after being tricked into giving up her family ranch. She finds herself lost and miserable in an unhappy marriage. But one night, she meets the arresting Gerard Sovereign, her husband's rival and the owner of the biggest cattle ranch in Montana. Sparks fly, their chemistry is undeniable, but then tragedy strikes and Kira finds herself widowed and alone, unprotected from her late husband's brothers, who will stop at nothing to take the land she inherited. With nowhere to go and no one to turn to, Kira finds herself at the mercy of Gerard. I cannot say that. Sovereign. He's handsome, mysterious, dangerous, and hiding secrets that will turn her world upside down. But he's also her last hope. So this is a dual point of view, age gap, dark, high heat cowboy romance with an anti-hero main male character.
What more could you ask for?
And it says it can be read as a standalone. Please check content warnings before reading.
I'm
And there's
so
content
excited.
warning. Let's just take a gander because
Yeah.
Okay, we've got parental death in the past, discussion flashback of the aftermath of a past assault, not the main character though.
Okay.
Discussion depiction of past abusive relationship, references to domestic violence and grooming, grief, discussion and depictions of shooting and murder, discussion of the past death of a pregnant woman via vehicular homicide.
Oh.
Whoa. I'm looking like, use of a during sexy time, scratching, hitting during sexual situations, emotionally charged sexual situations, stalking, discussion of alcohol abuse, sobriety, vasectomy reversal, and arson. Oh wait, there's more. Hold on.
Oh.
Discussion of animal abuse, brief and non-explicit. Discussion of a minor being hit, brief and non-explicit. Discussions of cheating, not between main character. Pregnancy and TTC discussion.
Trying to conceive, TTC.
Thank you. And depictions at the very end. And then there's a whole list of sexual content warnings.
Oh boy, buckle up.
Like it's
I want to read that.
Yeah, my mom. I'm gonna read that one.
That's the one.
Oh my gosh. So I guess okay. So we've got in the sexual we've got CNC or DubCon. Explicit sexual acts, of course. BDSM. Dom sub based punishment play, heavy praise and degradation, size difference. In parentheses, it says we're gonna make it fit trope. Restraints, collaring, play, clamps on parts, impact play. So some of that. Yep. I don't know what I breath play. Hot. And then period sexual acts. And brief somnophilia, which is when the person's asleep. I do believe. Yeah. Whew,
All right, here we go. I'm so behind on comments. Okay, wait.
Cassandra's like, yeah.
Okay, which one? So Ashley Munoz was what we read 3 months ago.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
It was where we started. It's like a motorcycle club, small town romance that we read previously.
Let me see. I got it. It was this one.
Yeah, that one. It was really good.
Okay.
So Josh was thinking of the Devney Perry, The Letters to Molly that we read last one. That's the one he really didn't like.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Okay.
You're
forgiven.
Yes.
Cassandra's excited. Josh Goodlord's his pen name. Actually, it wasn't like that. I mean, maybe a little bit.
Oh, I don't even think S.J. Tilly would need a pen name. She would just write it.
Yeah,
anyway.
She would just do it.
She's
there's more. I'm in. Yes. Josh.
Yeah. So I'm excited now because I knew it was dark, but I did not fully know how dark we were getting.
This is gonna be my first dark cowboy romance. I think that's the first time I've read those two things together. So I
don't think I've read a dark cowboy. They're usually just contemporary small town cowboy, but
Mhm.
never like dark.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Huh.
good.
I'm excited. So the day. What
Oh,
day?
right.
It's always like we never know, but it's always the last Thursday of the month.
So the 29th.
Oh, okay. So we got like the whole month. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it'll be Thursday the 29th at 7, and that'll be on my channel. So
Yes.
keep a lookout for that. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, if you're not already, you're more than welcome to. And then we always put little updates on our Instagram because she does such nice little pictures and graphics.
Oh,
Because
thanks.
that's just not my thing.
I try. Canva to the
I
rescue.
like them though. I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, so, whew, I need to like put off my face now
I
because
know
I'm
we're
like,
all fired up now.
I was laughing too much, and then when my mom said she wanted to read it, I was like, I should start her with something just a little bit, maybe a little, yeah, like Dom. She can do Dom.
Yeah.
I think that would be okay. It's not
Yeah.
too.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
No,
Oh
I think
my.
that's it. The book I think we already said it is on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes.
So it should be easy for everyone to read.
Yep. Mom daughter reading blog.
Oh my God.
Gosh. I think my mom would like. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Mom, they want a reading vlog.
Do I what?
They want us to do a reading vlog.
Who?
The people. She's like, who?
Yes. We want to see your reactions to the book.
Oh, because they want to see your reaction to the book.
Okay.
Oh, Mom's like, okay.
Okay. Yes.
I guarantee you're gonna get like 2 chapters in. You're gonna be like, nope.
Do you have the book already?
It's on Kindle,
Oh.
so you can. Oh, I can get you the physical book if you want it physical. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. Because she's not like a huge reader, and when she reads, she's like 3 or 4 pages a night.
That's
That's
fine.
how she is. So you might get the vlog by the end of the year.
That's okay. I'll wait for it.
Oh my gosh! But if you do read it in the month, we'll have to hear your thoughts on the next.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
Awesome.
my mouth.
I know my cheeks hurt.
I know. I feel like I've been at the dentist where like your mouth's open so long and you're like, okay.
Yes.
But I think we're good. I think we got everything. We said what the next book is, when it is. Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you guys sorry for the audio issues. Hopefully the next time we do this,
it got
it won't
better.
happen. I don't know.
If it was just ambiance, it's fine.
Yeah, we did it for the vibes.
Yes. Next time, I don't know what we'll do because we're talking about dark romance. I don't know.
We'll have to wear cowboy hats and play like country music or something.
Oh, I'll do the hat, but I won't do the music.
That's
no
fine.
offense. I was not a big country music person.
That's fine. All right.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.